Hey there, all you cool, epic, and awesome fans, followers, and listeners. Welcome to episode 83 of the Cool, Epic, Awesome podcast. My name is Matt, and I'll be your co host today.
Co-host Joe.
And as you guys can tell for episode 83, I got a little bit of a different environment going on here. So it looks a little bare bones ish, but for those of you guys who have been listening, you'll know that I've actually moved out of my family house and I'm now living in Manhattan. So got my little apartment set up. It's not much. You see I put my little FNAF guys on my bed. But yeah, luckily I was able to get a room that has a nice little area for a desk, a decent sized desk. So I got my setup going here, but there might be a little bit of growing pains with this. I don't know whether it's like the audio quality or like the lighting or how stuff looks. I don't know. We'll figure it out as we go, but yeah, this is why my background's all different. But yeah, and also growing the beard a little bit. I'm doing no shave November, so I know I usually have the stash, but I'm full bearding right now. But yeah, thank you. So how you doing, Joe? It's been good. Definitely taking a toll on my pockets a little bit, but
Oh yeah, dude.
yeah,
Oh,
like
you've been going out to dinner?
I've been like this whole week I spent no money because I was like, okay, I've had all these move out expenses and I just bought a bunch of groceries. Let me actually use them. So I ate in and then like I met up with my friends last night and went out and you know the story. Like easily just instant $150 night, just like so. You know how it is. But yeah, it's it'll definitely be a change of pace. But thank God I got A-list to carry me through. It's only whatever $30 a month, and that's an easy date night, an easy just waste some time. I'm on I guess I don't want to dox myself, but I have an AMC that's about like 6 blocks away from me. So I went there for the first time the other day. It's like a less than 10-minute walk. It was decent. It's nothing crazy, but it's nothing like that. It's probably just gonna be like, because if I want to get to the AMC Lincoln, I'm gonna have to take like 2 buses or a bus and walk or a train. It still is like 20 minutes, but if I want to just like walk to the theater, I'll probably just go to that one to see just like whatever, like just a random movie. Like I want to see Die My Love, but if I want to see, I was talking to you before, Avatar 3 tickets went on sale, and obviously I want to go see that at like the huge AMC Lincoln IMAX. So for something like that, I'll get tickets for that theater, which I'm hyped for that actually. I got the 3D in that theater. It's going to be insane. So I'm really excited for that. But yeah, City's been treating me well. I've just been really busy the past 2 weeks, so I'm trying to like catch up on stuff a little bit. I guess I'll mention the movies we're going to talk about today. So we're going to talk about Frankenstein, Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein, which I think Joe might have been like your most anticipated of the year when we did our list.
Yeah, I was very.
You were hyped for this one. And then we also caught Die My Love, which was the Lynn Ramsey directed, starring Jennifer Lawrence and Robert Pattinson movie. Very intense film, very interesting. And then I recommended last episode the Simpsons movie to check out because they just announced the sequel. I've been watching the Simpsons a lot. I like to just throw it on in the background. It's one of my favorite shows. And Simpsons are in Fortnite, which it honestly brought me back to Fortnite a little bit. I've been playing. So actually, Joe, I've been playing with Cass like split screen, and we've actually leveled you up a bit because I've been playing
on my account.
Yeah. So we leveled you up a little bit. So you're welcome. But yeah, watching that, it was just like I forgot how much of that was sort of in the zeitgeist and like the pop culture, like the Spider Pig and stuff like that. Like, do you remember as kids like watching that shit?
Yeah, we used to love that. Yeah, and I feel like I mean, actually, we'll get into it when we talk about
it. Yeah. But then aside from that, we have a couple bits of movie news. Definitely some interesting stuff, some good trailers, some bad trailers, some scary trailers. But yeah, we'll get into that. So I guess we could start off with Frankenstein. I'll read the synopsis here. So, only monsters play God. Dr. Victor Frankenstein, a brilliant but egotistical scientist, brings a creature to life in a monstrous experiment that ultimately leads to the undoing of both the creator and his tragic creation. So I think we're both pretty big fans of Guillermo, I would say. I don't know if you've seen like a lot of his movies, but definitely like Hellboy 2 you've seen, obviously. And Pinocchio was great. That was his last one before this. But yeah, just the idea of Guillermo del Toro and Frankenstein, it's like a match made in heaven. This is what he likes. and just his like attention to detail and the commitment to his craft, like that put on display for this story is just so perfect, and I really respect that about him. Like everything is I don't want to say like accuracy because obviously this didn't happen, but like for the time period, you know, the sets, the costume design, it's just so like perfect, you know. So I really respect that about his filmmaking technique. I will say though, I don't think it's as good as the original Frankenstein. That probably will be a hot take, I guess, but there I do have some issues with it. I don't know.
Yeah.
What did you think, Joe?
I actually really liked it. I mean, I've never read the book, but I've from what I've seen and heard online is that it's a lot more accurate to the book. Like I know the blind man, like he wasn't in the original one, if I'm correct, right?
No, I don't think he was, but there's like some sort of character that's similar to him. But yeah, he's not actually in it.
And like you said, like Guillermo's attention to detail, like it's this like gothic horrors kind of set in this gothic horror type of world, and like the costumes and the buildings that they're in, and like Frankenstein's lab is just all, you know, and even like the castle, they built miniatures for that. Like he really is like a person he loves his craft, and he's very big in like, he's very anti AI and a lot of the
Yeah.
stuff that he does, which I'm a big fan of. Um, and also just we didn't really get to talk about the performances yet, but I thought everybody was great. I mean, you know, I've Oscar Isaac's fantastic. Mia Goth was great. I like how they made her play Victor's mother as well, which I thought was really interesting.
Yeah.
Um, and then I honestly really like Jacob Elordi. Like it was, I mean, obviously I feel like especially in the beginning, it's a lot more of like a physical performance because like he has to obviously learn to speak and whatnot. But I thought he nailed it. He did a great job. And then like him by the end is like a completely like changed kind of the way he acts and talks, like a lot more like man-like, I guess, than like creature-like. I also really like the design. It's a little like unorthodox, I'd say, for a Frankenstein. But I thought it was really unique. I liked it, and there was certain little details that I liked about it. Like I know I pointed this out to you. Like he has like the white streak in the long hair, like kind of like the bride does, and
Hmm.
like I don't know. And even the action scenes were great. Like I really loved like that scene where he's just like wailing on the fucking soldiers, dude.
Yeah.
Doesn't he like punch a guy's jaw in and shit? Like
Yeah. He has like crazy strength. He has that healing
yeah.
ability.
Is the
Um,
healing that's new, right? I don't think that's like a
I mean, it must be from the book. I doubt they would just like make that up, but that wasn't in the original because there wasn't as much kind of action and moments
action,
like
yeah.
that. But
But and
I
I like I'm
yeah.
sorry, continue.
No, no, you're fine. I like
Um,
Lordy. I think he did a great job. I do think though that Frankenstein works better as like a beast, more grotesque. I don't really love the handsome Frankenstein thing because it just made like a lot of Frankenstein and what he's supposed to represent is you're looking at this creature that's ugly and horrible and this and that, and you think he's a monster. He's like scary, and you're scared of him. But then eventually you feel bad for him because you realize he's innocent. But you never sort of get that like fear or like disgust from him because he's just so handsome. He's like a tall, handsome, jacked guy. So it just doesn't really work as well, in my opinion, because he has to be that creature that you fear. You know, not that you
yeah.
shouldn't be attracted to him, in my opinion.
Well, no, I understand that, but I feel like he's definitely. I mean, yeah, his face is handsome, but he also has like pale white skin and like scars all over his body. It's not like he's like
Dude,
wearing a
he's
tux.
handsome. He's handsome.
I mean,
And
yeah,
honestly, I think because just Jacob Elordi in general, he's like a traditionally handsome person. He has like a very pronounced jawline. He has like the chiseled features on his face. Not like who was originally gonna play him was Andrew Garfield. I think he would have looked a lot different. I think they would have went with the more, not that Andrew Garfield's ugly, but he's obviously attractive as well, but he doesn't have that same sort of like traditional handsome chiseled features. Cuz think about if he was in that makeup, I don't think he would have looked as handsome. I think they might have went with a more of a I don't want to say grotesque, but more of a traditional looking
yeah,
monster.
yeah.
And you
That's
can't
fair.
it's hard to beat Boris Karloff's performance, you know. So, but I do think Elordi was really good.
Yeah, I
I
definitely think
just
it's like
yeah.
more of a different a different interpretation of Frankenstein than like the traditional I mean, obviously he has like moments of like humanity and like innocence in the original one, but he's definitely more of like like a creature, like he has like the fuck, like the like what does he have, like the nuts in his neck and
Yeah,
stuff, and like just yeah,
I like that, but I understand. Like I like both. I just like that better. I think
yeah,
that works a little better. So
yeah,
did you see it in the theater? Yeah, right?
yeah. I did actually see it in theaters, which I was very happy I did. Not in IMAX though, unfortunately, but I was very happy I saw it in the theater. Like, I like the score a lot. Like I don't know, it was just it felt like a movie like that was meant to be in theaters, and I'm happy they did at least release it. Netflix it has been getting better with that,
Yeah.
but it's still very limited. Like you had to see it in New York. Like I don't think it was a lot of other places.
Yeah, I mean it was obviously in California. They tried to put it in a lot of places. I don't think New York got an IMAX of it though, sadly. Because Netflix and AMC are beefing. They came to a deal currently to like I think release K-pop Demon Hunters on Halloween. They released it or re-released it, whatever. But yeah, they were beefing apparently, so that's why it never got the release. But honestly, it's like such a miss because this Halloween nothing came out. Halloween was on a Friday and nothing came out that
This
weekend.
was like the worst box office year for October in like a really either ever or like a very long time.
Like Halloween was on a Friday. Something should have came out that weekend. I guess people are scared that like, oh, people aren't gonna go to the movies because like it's Halloween, they're gonna be out trick or treating. They should have done a normal release for Frankenstein. I think it would have made like a lot of money. It had like a lot of talk online about it. It has a good cast and it got good reviews. I mean, and it's during Halloween season. Like they should have just done a traditional rollout. But I'm sure Guillermo probably wanted that. But uh, yeah, I unfortunately did not get to see it in theaters. I had to watch it on Netflix, and I think that definitely like lessened my experience because I did enjoy it, but just seeing some of the shots, I was like, wow, this probably would look fire in like 35 millimeter on the screen, you know. But it is what it is, you know. We'll see if it ever comes back. But Mia Goth was good. She plays two roles. One of them, like you mentioned, is the mother, and she's not really in it that much. But she was fine. She didn't blow me away or anything. I thought she was pretty well cast, but I think the standouts are definitely Elordi and Oscar Isaac was also really good. I know I was looking at some of the behind the scenes for the movie, and Guillermo said he tried to make Oscar Isaac's Dr. Frankenstein less like a mad scientist and more like a rock star, he said. So he told Oscar Isaac to act like David Bowie in some of his scenes, which when you hear it, it kind of makes sense the way he acts and looks. He is kind of like, he's not like a traditional nerdy or like secluded kind of scientist guy. He's very expressive. Yeah, I also think Christoph Waltz's character is very good. He he's like the benefactor guy. I don't think he was in the original either. There is a lot of stuff added because the original was only like 70 minutes, I think. This was like two
Yeah,
and a half
sure.
hours.
Yeah.
So they definitely
Um,
added a lot, but
I know also I watched another interview with Oscar Isaac, and he said he took a lot of inspiration from Prince in his performance, which I thought was really cool.
yeah.
Um, and yeah, I mean, they definitely needed to add some more to the story. I also like that it's told kinda in first you get the, like, Victor side, and then you get the monster side as well, which I think is really cool. And I
Yeah, I
think it's like
like the narration aspect of it right
yeah,
from the beginning.
and I think it's like it's the script is, like, very well written. There's a lot of lines that, like, I feel like are very quotable and things like that, and I don't know, I thought it was very smart, the script.
That's fair. So it reminded me a lot of Crimson Peak. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah, no, I've seen Crimson Peak.
So
Very similar vibes, honestly.
yeah. I was
Yeah.
just wanted to mention that because that's another Guillermo. Um, so also Guillermo del Toro said that he thinks that he loves the Frankenstein story. Apparently, he has like a giant, like huge Frankenstein head in his house. It's like 7 feet tall. Um, but he says that he thinks the theme of the story of the Frankenstein story is about failed parenthood and generational trauma. So it's kind of like how, because of how Dr. Frankenstein was treated when he was a kid, when he has like his own child, that trauma like gets passed on to the creature and how he treats it, which I can understand. I don't know if that's what I think of with the Frankenstein story, but it definitely makes sense for this movie. I feel like a lot of, for me, it's probably like, don't mess with nature. Like, don't try to play God or you'll suffer the consequences kind of thing.
I feel like it's like on a I take it as like humans are the monsters. He's a product of like everything around him, like the way people treat him and the way obviously with the how the scientist treats him and stuff like that.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite scene?
I mean, honestly, I really did like the ending scene. That was like a callback to the sunlight. Remember when he wakes up and then he's like like he stands in the sun like that, and then the
Yeah.
last shot of him is like in the polar part, like just standing in the sun like that. Um, I mean, like I said, the action sequence with in the beginning with the sailors, and also like the like not transformation, but like when the scene where he actually gets like the
The Awakening.
the awakening, yeah. Like
Yeah.
that metal chess piece is sick, and it's just like I don't know, the music swelling and stuff.
Yeah. I liked also, sorry, I'm just moving stuff around on my desktop. Um I really like all the scenes of him with like the blind man too.
Yeah.
Just like that whole sequence, how he kind of like teaches him everything he knows and teaches him to read and goes through it. And he's like doesn't judge the monster because he can't see him, even though like he's tall and handsome, so he probably wouldn't judge him. But yeah, I just like that. I like that character a lot, and I like their relationship. And then the tragic ending where he ends up dying, and it makes the monster kind of bug out a little bit, kill all those wolves or those hounds. Yeah. Um, that whole story with like the that town and how he becomes like, I forgot what they call him, but he's some sort of like creature of legend, and he would come in and just like do
Oh,
things during the night,
the
and
spirit of
then
the forest or something
yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
and they would like
Yeah,
leave him gifts and stuff. I thought that was really
yeah,
that was like a just a nice little thing. uh, I do think the movie's a little bit long. I definitely enjoyed all of it, but the original is 70
yeah.
minutes and it still got
What
the
is it? Two
job
and a half
done.
hours?
Yeah, it's like, yeah, 150 minutes I just saw, so yeah, 2.5 hours. um but yeah, I mean, it's really good still. Favorite character for me is the monster. I keep wanting to call him Frankenstein, but that's not him.
I mean,
Wait,
technically you can because it's his son, but still.
yeah, what were you gonna say?
No, I agree. The monster is my favorite character as well.
Were you gonna say it's your favorite performance of the year?
Oh no, no,
uh
of the no of the movie. Yeah, I mean it's good. It's not like I don't know.
Yeah, we got to start thinking about Oscars soon. It's the year's ending. It is very weak. I just recently added like a bunch of stuff to my watch list of movies that I have to watch from this year that are gonna get like Oscar buzz. So I'm gonna have to go through that. But
I feel like the only two that like I actually think will get like um Marty Supreme, I think is going to be like a very big like Oscar movie, and then there's another one I was thinking of.
FNAF
Oh,
2,
well, yeah. Hamnet, right?
yeah,
Hamlet?
Hamnet. That's
Hamnet,
supposed.
did you see the trailer?
Yes, it's supposed to be
It
really
looks
good.
really good. Yeah,
Yeah,
like, it looks like very yeah.
yeah. My girlfriend's very excited about that one. She was like, "We have to get tickets." I looked on. They're actually doing a Q&A with Chloe Zhao and Paul Mescal, but it sold out before I could get tickets.
That's sick.
Otherwise, that would have been cool.
Is this her
Yeah,
first movie since, Eternals?
I think so. I'm pretty sure it's her follow-up to Eternals. It's kind of
Kinda
funny.
crazy, ain't it?
Yeah.
Man, she goes from Eternals and then I mean, this is a shot at I know everyone's saying, Jessie Buckley, that's her name? She's, like, gonna be shoo-in for, f
Lead
lead actress.
actress.
Yeah.
She's got a shot. Yeah. Um. Yeah. Wait. Let's get our ratings for Frankenstein, and then I do want to talk about that list I made for the Oscar movies for
Yeah.
this year. But
Yeah.
yeah, we could rate it. Would you give it?
So I gave it 4 stars, so an 8 out of 10. This was my most anticipated movie of the year, I'd say, and I wasn't disappointed. I really did enjoy it. There's a lot to take away from it, like, the set pieces, the music, the performances. Like I just genuinely enjoyed it, and I do think that not being in the theater definitely plays a factor in like how much you enjoy it. Because I don't know, there's like big epic like scenes with like I don't know, but yeah, 8 out of 10. Really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I'm on the same wavelength as you there. I also gave it a 4 stars, 8 out of 10, and I actually didn't catch it in the theater. But something you just said actually reminded me of what I thought when I was watching it. Was it does feel epic. It feels like this big movie, like this huge journey. And that is something that I probably would have liked better if I did see it on the big screen. But I think even watching it in my living room, it's still, well, I do happen to have like a pretty nice TV, so it wasn't like horrible. I'm not like watching it on a little thing. But Yeah, the cinematography was great. I love Guillermo del Toro's set design, how he does his costumes. Like we talked about his attention to detail in everything he does in terms of like visually what you're looking at. Um, and yeah, just some great performances. And the Frankenstein story is famous for a reason. It's a very important story in our, and it's something that it's a story that's relevant even today, kind of thing. So yeah, it's a great movie. Definitely, it's on Netflix. So if you haven't checked it out, definitely
Yeah,
watch it.
definitely watch
But
it. Yeah.
yeah, okay.
Do you think that they would ever do like a Bride story if Netflix approached them?
I think so. I honestly have a
'Cause
feeling with Mia
there's
Goth
definitely
as the
like
bride.
yeah, because like obviously, I mean, I know I told you about this, but the last scene is like she's in a wedding dress and
Hmm.
she has like the wraps around her arms, just like the bride does, which I thought was a nice little touch. And like he even at the end, the reason why he's looking for him is because he's like, I need you to make me a what does he say, a partner or
Yeah,
yeah,
he needs like a partner because
yeah,
because
he can't die.
he can't die. Yeah,
Yeah. Um, so yeah, I mean, I wonder like, but does he like he dies at the end, right? Victor, or it's like not 100%.
I think he dies. I guess I'm pretty sure he dies. I don't know, but yeah, I do. Yeah, I do want to just mention a couple movies that we should check out. Just because I was going through this the other day. So there's a movie called Train Dreams. I don't know if you heard of it. Joel Edgerton, Felicity Jones. That apparently Joel Edgerton's gonna get nominated. Added that. Jay Kelly. That's coming out.
Yeah,
That's
that I
that
know
we gotta
about, yeah.
watch. There's this movie called It Was Just an Accident. It's a foreign film. It's probably gonna be nominated for Best Foreign. So gotta watch that. I'll send you this list too. No Other Choice. Park Chan
That's
Wook
that's my most anticipated movie for the rest of the year.
has 100% Rotten Tomatoes. And
You see
Park
the
Chan
trailer?
Wook. Yeah, it looks really good.
Yeah,
Director of
yeah.
Old Boy and The Handmaiden.
Yep.
Hedda, Nia DaCosta. I don't know if you know about that one.
I know Nia DaCosta, but I don't know what that is.
Is This Thing On? Bradley Cooper.
That looks good too.
Yeah. What else we got? The Secret Agent, starring Wagner Moura. That's another foreign film. Blue Moon, gotta watch. I think it's Spanish, maybe.
Yeah, Blue Moon looks really good. I like, we like
Linkletter.
we're big Sunset Trilogy fans,
Yeah.
the Genoveses, so I think I'm pretty excited for that.
If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You. Apparently, Rose Byrne is gonna get nominated for that. We gotta watch that. Christy, I just added it because I wanted to talk about this actually. I'll wait till the movie news. That's the Sydney Sweeney one, the boxer. No. I just added that, but this is just stuff I add as my watch list for the rest of the year.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Song Sung Blue came out of nowhere. It's like the Hugh Jackman, Kate Hudson like singing one.
Oh, I saw the trailer for that.
Yeah, like
He's like a Neil Diamond impersonator, right?
eh,
Looks pretty good.
yeah. Esmond and Lee, we got tickets for already. Yeah. Kiss of the Spider Woman. That's the one with
With,
Jennifer Lopez.
the guy from,
Yeah.
Andor, right? Yeah.
Jennifer Lopez might get nominated for that. Also, there's this movie called Arco. It's an animated movie. It's some kind of anime thing, and it's apparently going to get nominated for Best Animated Feature. This is it. I don't know. Can you see it or no? Whatever. Yeah, Arco. Then what else we got? Yeah, there's not much. Rebuilding, starring Josh O'Connor. The Mastermind, starring Josh O'Connor. So those are just a couple that we might have either missed out on this year or haven't come out yet that we definitely have to go check out. So those are on my list. Okay, we could talk about the next movie now.
I
If you want to
I
read the
wanna say
synopsis.
yeah, I have the synopsis up, but on, Chloe Zhao, do you remember she was supposed to do some type of, like, futuristic Western vampire movie with Pattinson?
I think she still is.
Yeah, oh, okay. 'Cause that I mean, obviously, you know, he's had his kinda renaissance by now, but that actually really intrigues me.
Oh, jeez. Yeah. Sorry, I'm still getting used to my new chair. I'm like all over the place right now. So yeah, you want to read the synopsis for this movie?
Grace, a writer and young mother, is slowly slipping into madness, locked away in an old house in Montana. Her increasingly agitated and erotic behavior leaves her companion Jackson worried and helpless. So obviously I'm a huge fan of Mother, so I was like really looking forward to this in this like similar type of not performance, but kind of role for stroke. What the hell's her
Jennifer
name?
Lawrence.
Jennifer Lawrence, yeah. But honestly, I have pretty mixed feelings about this. There's some things that I really liked. Like I thought the performances were great. A lot of people I saw were not happy with Pattinson's performance. I thought he was good. I don't know why people were not.
Yeah, he was
But
pretty good.
I think that the story's like a little confusing and like inconsistent at times.
Yeah.
Um, there's certain plot points that like I just didn't understand or like didn't never came to fruition about anything. Um, I don't know, and it's just like I get the postpartum type of like I understand what they're going for, but I don't know, it just really it was not there for me. I don't know why. I don't know if you agree with me.
I mean, I think it's a movie that's definitely not going to work for everyone. For me, it worked, but that's because it worked in a way that I could watch this movie, say, this is great, but I will never watch this again just because of how it made me feel. That tension, that stress, that just constant, like, nagging, like the dog barking over and over, that high energy, just stress that you feel while watching it. You're like, this movie is making me feel horrible. But at the same time, that's what they're trying to do. So it's
Yeah,
succeeding
yeah,
in that way.
yeah.
I respect that about it, but do I want to go back and revisit it? Definitely not. And honestly, Mother is similar in that way, where it's like high stress inducing moments and just, you know, just it's just right down your throat, constant. So yeah, I think there's a lot of different themes going on here. Definitely like motherhood, postpartum, like you talked about. There's definitely some mental health stuff for sure going on. Just relationships. I feel like it's a very pessimistic view on relationships and just sort of the downward spiral that you could go on with your partner, um, especially after having a kid. But yeah, it's and speaking of Mother also, so Scorsese was a producer on this. He was executive producer. He actually handpicked Jennifer Lawrence for the role after watching Mother. So that kind of shows what he was going for when looking for the person to be in this role. He wanted a similar performance out of her, and I think she gave one. She was really good in this. I don't know if it'll be Oscar worthy. I don't I just I know we talked about the Oscars a second ago, but I just don't know this year. It's so up in the air. There's nothing really set in stone. We'll have to see. But
I mean, but and also I don't know if this bothered you. You know at night I really really fucking hate that like blue lighting where it feels like I have to strain my eye to concentrate on like what's going on. That bothered me so I know it's a creative choice, but I cannot stand that lighting. You know what
yeah,
I'm talking about?
yeah, that's fair. I know what you're talking about. It is kind of hard to see at points.
Hate it, yeah. But like bring a fucking light on set. It's not that hard.
Yeah.
But um
Which parts in particular, if you could remember, did you like? Were you not understanding, or just
definitely
so
the
we could like?
horse.
Yeah, I
I
was
don't
gonna
know
say I don't
the
understand the
horse.
horse.
And then also like is her cheating with that with Stanfield's character? Like I don't know if that's real or like that's her hallucinating it.
I don't think it's real, in my opinion. I
But then
think
she
because
see oh continue, I'm sorry.
I think it's because it's mentioned that they haven't had sex in a while. So she's having these sexual desires, and the way that it's manifesting itself is in some fantasy relationship that she made up with just some random guy that she saw, which is why there's that scene at the grocery store where she sees him. He's a real person that she sees, but it shows her going up to him, talking to him, and they have like this weird moment. But then it cuts, and she's in the car. Robert Pattinson's character comes out of the grocery store, and
Yeah.
Lakeith Stanfield, he's still there, but he's just like putting stuff in his car as if nothing happened, because probably nothing did happen. She just imagined that. So the way I saw it was like his character represented a manifestation of her, yeah, her like sexual whatever. So that's how I saw it. I'm pretty sure that's what they were going for with that. And a lot, honestly, you can't really tell what's real for a lot of it, because as the movie
Yeah.
goes on and it dives more into the fact that she suffers from some sort of mental illness, and she's in this she ends up going to like a psychiatric place where there's explicitly stuff that definitely is not real. like Jackson's father appearing to her. That's definitely not real. So if that's not real, then who says what else is real? Like when the movie, towards the end of the movie, where she goes back and it's sort of like this perfect world, it's kind of her just imagining that. So she's definitely an unreliable narrator. I also thought Sissy Spacek was good. She plays Jackson's mother, and yeah, I'm sure, I don't know if you knew this, but she also plays Carrie in the original Carrie.
Oh, I didn't know that actually.
So
That's
she,
pretty cool.
I don't know if she's done a lot of acting, but when the year, sorry if you hear that beeping. It's one of the things about being in New York now. There's just ambulances beeping all the time, and I'm not even on like a busy street, and it still is just constant. But anyway, sorry. Yeah, so Sissy Spacek I think was good. At the beginning of the year, I saw she was getting, like, people were predicting she would have a shot at an Oscar for this. I don't think she was anything crazy. Yeah. But yeah, both characters are definitely bad in their own ways. I think it's definitely, like, Jennifer Lawrence was the worst one, although it's hard to say worse because she had mental health
Going
issues.
through like a mental health, yeah.
But
But he
like
doesn't do
what she
himself
did on
any.
the night of the wedding and stuff, and like
Yeah.
that scene was kind of funny where she told the guy he had a beautiful voice, and then it cuts and he's like playing the guitar in her room. That was funny. Um, but yeah, I don't know if you want to add anything. What, you good?
No, I keep having to sneeze, and it's like, yeah, or whatever. Um, sorry.
There it is.
Ew,
There it is.
sorry.
Let it out.
Yeah. Sorry.
Bless you. Bless you.
Thank you. No, I mean, also the ending. I mean, I just took that as like her killing herself. I don't know if that was supposed to be interpreted in another way.
I think she does. I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
someone asked Jennifer Lawrence in an interview, and she was just like, "Yeah, she killed herself."
Yeah.
So
I
I don't
also
know if
like.
you.
I don't like. Well, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. Mine was
Like
important.
that they talk about the book the whole time. Like about how she's writing the book, and then like she does write a book at some point, but like you don't even know. They don't tell you anything about it, and then she just burns it. So it's like I don't know. That's small nitpick, but
Yeah, no, that's fair. I don't know. I just I really enjoy like a film just making you feel something, even if it is anxiety, even if it is stress, because that's the point of art. You're supposed to look at something and it makes you feel something. Like I mentioned, I'm not trying to. I didn't enjoy feeling it. I'm not gonna watch it again probably, but it still succeeded to me. So it's definitely a movie that I respect a lot more than I like, if that makes sense. And also just like the caliber of actors here. It's just like it's hard to go wrong there, you know? Like you're watching Robert Pattinson and Jennifer Lawrence act like opposite each other, you know? Like how bad could it be? Although I say that and there are movies like Amsterdam that exist. So it could go wrong. But
actually, speaking of side note, speaking of Amsterdam, I watched the Silver Lining Playbook a couple days ago.
it's a great movie.
Yeah, it's actually really good. But anyway, um, yeah, I mean, like the cast is all great. I just more like story choices I found a little confusing and like I wasn't the biggest fan of. But like it's definitely like a it's not for everybody. Like
Yeah.
not like I saw it with my girlfriend. She liked it a lot more than I did. But I don't know. I don't know what I was expecting. I guess maybe like Mother. I felt like the story was more interesting and engaging to me than this.
Yeah. My girlfriend didn't like it either. She said it was very repetitive and just kind of, you know. So, did you have a favorite scene?
I mean, I like the wedding sequence, like where they're like dancing together and stuff. I don't know. Like, I feel like there's not a lot of like like cinematography wise, it's not really anything, but there was certain character moments between them that I really enjoyed.
Yeah. I liked Jackson's father appearing to her in the no, when she's in like the psychiatric hospital, and he's like sitting on the chair talking to her, but then he's not actually there. I don't know, because towards the beginning when you first meet him before he like passes away, um it's shown that he has like dementia or like some sort of like mental health stuff going on, and she's gravitated towards him.
But yeah, when
You
he's
couldn't mute yourself for that. Yeah. Anyways, so she's in the beginning of the movie, she's like gravitated towards him, and she's like, everyone else kind of overlooking him, and he's having like a fit. He throws his glass, shatters it, and she's cleaning up after him, whatever. And then as it goes on, you realize she's struggling with her own mental health stuff. So that's why she probably feels for him, because she's also suffering from this. It's obviously a different type because he's just old. So it's like, his
Also,
brain
his
is just degenerating. But then so that scene where she sees him in the psychiatric place, it just kind of like comes full circle in that way.
yeah,
But
I was gonna say too. His uncle that he inherits the house from, like, kills himself.
yeah,
So I don't. Yeah, like, do you think there was supposed to be something like, I don't know, like bad juju in the house or something like that, or like,
I don't know. I mean, if they were going for that, it wasn't explicitly clear. You know, I don't really think that was that important. Honestly, it should have been more important than it was. I guess they mentioned stuff about it, like he shot himself up his ass or something. Like I don't, I don't know what the fuck that was supposed to be, but I guess maybe it's more just with like the mental health stuff.
mental
Maybe,
health. Yeah, that's what I
yeah,
figured. Yeah.
because he was also, yeah, he had his own stuff going on. I mean, he was a cheater too. Like he had the condoms in his car that he was lying about. And she was obviously a lot to deal with, but obviously like that doesn't justify anything. But yeah, yeah. It is a hard watch. It's definitely a hard watch. But
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
who'd you like the
What made you
most in
feel
it?
worse, this or Mother?
This.
Really?
Mother, yeah, this made me feel worse, I think.
I felt like Mother. I was like, especially that baby scene, dude.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, like I remember the most I felt like anxious is like when that scene where like she gets his aunt's gun and is like, you have to kill the dog,
Hmm.
and he's just like, what? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? And I was like, please don't.
That was,
If they would have had
yeah.
a cat, dude. Oh my, because remember they mentioned like, oh, we have to get a cat. I would have fucking, oh my god.
That was honestly one of the only times where I was rooting for a dog to die in a movie. Does that make me
Well,
an
it's just,
asshole? I don't know.
I feel like it's like you can tell the dog got hurt in the car accident, so it's like kind of
Even
like putting
before
it.
that, just it was an intentional point to make the dog just bark and bark and bark and bark. But that was probably one of the only times I was like, please kill the dog. Please kill the dog. And when
Honestly, the dog made me think of Fiona a little bit.
Fiona's
And
probably
honestly, like,
worse than that fucking dog. No, but it's like when that dog got in an accident where it was too hurt to survive, I was like, thank God. Let him go to heaven. At least there was an excuse to take him out. But yeah, if you watch the movie, you'll understand. But that's one of the most annoying creatures in all of cinema, I would say. Um, I do love dogs. I love animals, so don't cancel me for that. Um, but yeah, that's really it. We could, I guess, mention our favorite characters. I really liked Grace. That's Jennifer Lawrence's character. Robert Pattinson's his Jackson was good, but I think Lawrence's performance, yeah, she was just a bit better. And she really does a great job of making you dislike her character throughout the movie because she just constantly fucks up over and over again. So yeah, with like a bunch of kids, it's funny. Um, yeah, she was actually in the nude for this movie a lot, which
yeah,
I
which
mean, I feel like it was kind of a big deal when she did it
when she did it
for,
in Mother, yeah.
or not Mother. Was she nude in Mother?
That was her first. I remember I watched an interview. That was her first time she was ever nude in a movie.
Really?
Because
Because
and it's
I've seen her in that movie Red Sparrow. She was in the nude, but what was that other one? Not Anyone But
isn't
You. The
the
rom com.
comedy.
Yeah.
Um, with the kid. Oh fuck, I forgot his name. The kid that goes like he's like a high school kid, and they go like skinny
Yeah,
dip.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
remember
yeah.
like it was a big deal that she had a nude scene in that. And this she was nude for a lot of it, you know. And Pattinson was too for points, but
Also,
yeah.
wait, there was a, I forgot to tell you this. You know the scene like where she has like the brush and like she's like lactating.
Hmm. Oh yeah,
There was
yeah.
a guy next to me that just made loud and was like, "Ew!" Like the whole
Bro.
thing. Like, what I don't know why I hope that's funny.
Bro really had to make that comment. Like the fuck. Yeah, that's funny. Um yeah, I guess we could rate it. Yeah, I'll go first. So Die My Love, I think I liked a bit more than most. I gave it a 4 stars, 8 out of 10. It does seem a bit high, especially with me talking about some of how the movie made me feel. Not great. I was anxious the whole time watching it. I was frightened. I was not feeling comfortable at all. But the movie made me feel these emotions, and it meant to make me feel these emotions. So it succeeded. 4 stars. I'll never watch it again.
So I'm a bit lower on it than Matt. I gave it a 3 out of 5, so 6 out of 10. I there are obviously tense and anxiety inducing moments, but it wasn't as much of an anxious watch for me, I'd say. I feel like it's really carried by the performances in my opinion, but decent watch. Like Matt said, will I watch it again? Probably not, but happy I saw it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah, I guess we can move on to our movie news. Before we do the movie news, though, I was wondering if you want to maybe talk a little bit, and I think we maybe should do this going forward. Maybe we should like talk a little bit, just little things about movies we watched recently, if anything stands out.
Yeah,
Um,
actually I think this is a good idea.
maybe just like go through our diary since the last episode we
Yeah.
recorded on the 3rd. So since then,
Yeah.
if you watched anything
So
good.
yeah, I mean, honestly, I've been showing a lot of movies to my girlfriend, so I've done a lot of like rewatches. So I rewatched Weapons. I still really like it. It's great. And honestly, the second time, it's a little better, in my opinion, because you pick up on things that like you didn't really pick up on the first time in the story.
Hmm.
First Omen, I watched again. That was fucking great, dude.
Yeah, great movie.
Neil, what's her name? Neil Tiger Free?
Nell Tiger Free, yeah.
Why
It
is
definitely
she?
it flew under the radar, that movie, for sure.
Yeah, like I don't. She's great. I don't know why they don't. She hasn't been in anything else
I think she's
recently.
in Game of Thrones, actually. But
The new
yeah.
one?
No. She was in the original series, I think.
Oh, okay.
But besides that,
Um,
I've only seen her in First Omen. But
yeah, I did watch Silver Lining Playbook. I thought it was just like a rom com. I had no idea it's like this story about like mental illness and like
yeah,
you know.
it's a great movie.
Yeah, it was really good. I really liked it.
That's why
Um,
everyone likes David O. Russell.
yeah, no,
But
artwork, separate artwork from artists, but
yeah.
yeah. And then the biggest thing, honestly, is I've been watching The Sopranos. I'm on like I just finished season 3. I'm on season 4.
Wow.
Like, yeah, I've been binging it like crazy. And I'm not a big TV show person, and usually I'm like, I don't know, it's very mainstream, so I was like, whatever. But it's actually like very, very good. Like I really do enjoy it. And I feel like me and Matt are like Italian American, and like there's a lot of things in terms of the family dynamic that happen in the show that like feel very familiar to me. Obviously not the mob stuff, but like just growing up Italian American, the way you are with your relatives and how your parents
Yeah.
talk and things like
Yeah.
that. Um, like the main guy's Tony Soprano's daughter is like she reminds me so much of like our cousin Gabriella or Gabrielle, like the firstborn daughter like in the family, like those kind of I don't know, but it's very good.
Yeah. I feel like it's a classic for a reason. A lot of people say it's one of the best shows ever. So, nah. It's on my list. I'm just like, I feel like I'm so busy nowadays. It's
Yeah,
really hard for me to sit down and watch TV unless it's
yeah,
something that's coming out like weekly. Then I could get myself to watch it. But binging a show that's that long, I just feel like it's just really hard for me. I mean, everyone's busy, but I just choose to spend my time like catching up on movies instead of TV. Um, but yeah, since the last episode, that was it, right? Or no?
yeah. That's pretty much it. Yeah.
Yeah, since the last episode, couple things I've saw. I watched The Shrouds, the Cronenberg one from
Yeah,
earlier
you
this
did.
year.
What do you think?
I didn't really like it.
Yeah, it was
It
weird.
was
Huh?
okay. Like it wasn't. I think Crimes of the Future was much better, but I don't know. I just didn't really get it. It just didn't hit that hard for me. I liked how it was experimental and definitely took some risks, but it wasn't that great. I also watched Materialist. Did not like it at all.
Yeah, I thought it was
Yeah,
good.
and honestly, I know you gave it a 4 stars. I gave it a
I liked it
2.
a lot, actually.
I just did not
Really?
like it. Yeah, Celine song. It's just from a past lives to that. I was like, what the fuck, man? It's
You
just
see what she's
so
doing next?
what?
She's doing like a TV show about like, um, I'm pretty sure like esports. It's like set in the world of esports.
Let her do it, bro. I don't even care. I saw Sentimental Value, which was great. I really like that. That's like my second favorite of the year, I think.
Wow. Yeah.
Just very, very moving movie, very heartfelt and just like deep and powerful. And I don't even know. It's
What is
just
it even?
like
What is it
it's
about?
like a heavy, hard watch.
Yeah.
It's about this family that this girl's mother dies, and then the father comes back into their lives, and you know, you just kind of get thrown
Yeah.
into it. But as the movie goes on, you sort of learn more about like their history and you know what the father did, why he left to begin with, and this and that, and just it is about sort of like family trauma, like another like generational trauma, and like just difficult, complicated family situations. Um, just yeah, and I got to see a Q and A actually that had the whole cast, which was really cool. So the girl I can't pronounce her name. Her name's like Renata something. Renata Rensby. She's the lead. She was also the lead in Worst Person in the World. Her, Stellan Skarsgård, Elle Fanning was there
Oh
because
yeah, I
she's in the
forgot.
movie. The director was there also. It was really cool, and I love Stellan Skarsgård, so it was really cool to see him in person. Um, what else? I watched Groundhog Day with mom. It's the first time I've ever watched it. You know it. it's no, it's Bill Murray, and he basically one day he on Groundhog's Day he goes to bed, and then he wakes up the next day, and it's Groundhog Day again, and it's just like a loop of the same day over and over. It's like a classic. I've never seen it before. It was pretty good. And as I'm watching the lead actress, I'm like, this lady looks exactly like Margaret Qualley. Like what the fuck? Then I look her up, and it's Margaret Qualley's mom.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah,
she's a. I didn't realize it either. She's a nepo baby.
yeah. I saw Predator Badlands. I don't know if you ended up seeing that.
No, I didn't see it. How was it?
It was good. I did like it, but it's super Disney-fied. Very Disney-fied.
Really?
Yeah. I know it was a big deal that they made it PG-13, which like a lot of people were talking about because Predator is usually rated R, but it's like the runt of the litter. He's down on his luck. He has to like prove himself by going on this journey. He finds like a cute creature along the way. He meets like a little sidekick. It's like classic Disney. Like it has a baby Yoda, you know.
I
So
heard it
that's how you
was
know.
he said he took a lot of inspiration from video games.
I was gonna say it would have made a great video game. I was thinking of playing, like, imagine being the predator and upgrading your skill set and like fighting all these bosses in this. It's set on this planet where there's no humans. There's no human characters in the whole movie. I thought it would have made a great video game. Actually, that's funny that you say that because I was thinking that when I was watching it.
Yeah, he said he like there was a lot of influences on like it pulled a lot of inspiration from video games. I remember he said that.
Yeah.
But
And then yeah,
does
besides
it like
that,
did they tease anything? Like I heard something about like
yes.
a mother or some shit like that.
So basically, I don't want to spoil it too much,
I know
but
I kind of have an idea of what's gonna happen, like
it's
at
like
the
he
end.
basically has to rebel against his father
Yeah,
because his father wants to kill him because he's the runt and they kill all the weaklings, whatever. So obviously in the end he ends up defeating his father, whatever. And then the cliffhanger is like a huge ass ship just comes out of nowhere. And then Elle Fanning's like, who is that? And he's like, that's my mother. Then it ends. So
oh, it's Elle Fanning's mother. Oh no, no.
no. She says to him, who is that? And he's like, that's my mother. So, you know. But yeah, that's really it. I've been watching Welcome to Derry as well. I don't know if you've been keeping up.
I watched the first episode. First episode was good. I wasn't a fan of like that CGI thingy that was like chasing
Yeah.
around. But
I
I
watched
do
episodes
like
1 to
that
3, but
one. I do like that. It seems like they're not conforming Pennywise to just the clown. Like there's a lot more. Like not exposes, but presents himself in a lot of different ways in
yeah.
this, which I think is really cool. Um, but I don't know. I haven't really like
It seems like they're
watched it yet.
trying to do some sort of crossover or like shared universe thing. That's the thing that's scaring me a little bit. Because there's a
Well,
major
it's
character from The Shining that's playing a major part in this movie. I mean, in the show.
well, all of his stuff is like it's all connected to like the Dark Tower or whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah, but they've never really done a shared universe kind of thing. But I mean, it could be cool, I guess. But I saw some stuff online of like times Pennywise has appeared in other Stephen King adaptations, and there actually are a couple, and it's pretty cool. But I don't
Yeah,
know if this would really work for like a shared universe. But
I know that it's planned for 3 seasons. Like there's gonna be this one. When does this take place? The 50s,
I don't even know. I think the 50s or 60s.
50s it might be 60s. Then
It's gonna go
uh
backwards though. They
yeah,
said.
because it was like a fucking locust. What is it? Every 20 something years.
Yeah, it's like 27, I think.
Oh, I forgot to mention too. I rewatched Holdovers with my girlfriend too.
Great movie.
Oh my god, it's such a
So good.
banger.
Yeah. I definitely want to rewatch that during the holiday for sure. So, all right, well, let's move on to some movie news. Got some pretty interesting stuff going on. You want to, yeah, you could read this first one. Yeah.
We got Brendan Fraser and Rachel Weisz are returning for the new Mummy movie, which will be directed by Matt Bettinelli-Olpin and Tyler Gillett, which are the people behind the Scream franchise Rebirth, which I think this is exciting. Like, I think it's, you know, there's an audience for it. Like, I definitely feel like this had like a lot of buzz online. Brendan Fraser's like, he's a best performer. What do you win? Best actor? Best performer? Like, and Rachel Weisz is also a great actress, so it's cool that, like, they're gonna bring them back. I don't know if this will be good. It'll definitely be a lot of fun. Like, I think it'll be a lot of fun, but I don't know if it'll be, like, that good of a movie. And also, like, I don't know where they go because 'cause I'm assuming they're gonna ignore that, like, one set in China
Yeah, I
or
think
that, like,
so.
I don't yeah, so imagine they bring The Rock back as a Scorpion King.
They might. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Who knows? Which The Rock had a trailer that we'll talk about later. But yeah, I'm really excited for this. It's as soon as Brendan Fraser sort of started making his comeback, people started whispering about this. You know, would he do it? Is it possible? Because he definitely is like a little. He's older now, and one of the reasons why the Mummy, if you watch the third Mummy, he's kind of not as mobile and stuff. He was just getting old to do it. But I guess now, who knows what they feed these actors nowadays? He'll probably get jacked for it randomly. And yeah, Rachel Weisz, she's one of my favorite actresses. She's great. She didn't return for the third one. They actually recast her. So yeah, I'm excited that she's back. I feel like it'll be good. It'll be fun. I don't know where they're gonna go with it, but hopefully it takes place in
Hopefully in
Egypt
Egypt.
again.
Yeah, I don't want them not to go to Egypt.
And
I know that I watched a video about they had a planned fourth one that, like, it had to do with, like, the Aztec temples or something like that, and it was gonna follow his son. I'm assuming they're gonna have a child in this.
yeah, they do have a son in the third one though.
I guess I'm assuming in my head, like, third is just not, like,
I don't think it's gonna be canon, but
no, I don't think so either, but people saw online, instead of doing a dark universe, they should have just made them two, like, go hunt other monsters around the world.
yeah, that could have been. That's actually not even a bad idea.
Yeah.
Those movies are so good, like the first
Yeah,
two.
oh my god, yeah.
We're missing like a swashbuckling adventure. There's no
Adventure,
Pirates
yeah.
of the Caribbean
Pirates.
anymore. There's no The
Mhm.
Mummy.
You know
So
how much I love pirates, dude.
yeah, and I assume this is gonna sort of be like a passing the torch kind of thing, where they'll introduce new younger characters, have these people have them to come back, and then hopefully continue the franchise. And it's funny because forget the name, but I know there was Lee Cronin. He's making a Mummy movie. He's making
Yeah,
The
and I
Mummy.
was gonna say, apparently it's horrible, and it's not even they took the Mummy title out of it, now it's called The Resurrection,
Yeah,
which
like
probably wise because they don't want it associated, yeah.
when that news came out, I tweeted, or I was just like, I have a feeling this is because they're doing a retelling or not retelling. I said I have a feeling this is because they're gonna announce a Brendan Fraser Mummy sequel and they don't want to confuse audiences. And then like 2 days later, this news came out. So what can I say? Lisan Al Gaib, that's me. Um, so yeah, I'm excited for this. It seems like a no-brainer. If they could have got the cast back, they definitely should do it. And
Yeah,
yeah, I'm
and it would
excited.
be cool to see, like, with the the updated, like, VFX and, like, things like that, like, I feel like it'll because obviously one of the weak points of the Mummy movies is, like, the VFX aren't that good, but it also came out, like, really, like, 25 years ago, so I think
Yeah, yeah. You could read this next one too, because
yeah.
I'm not. Yeah.
So we predicted this a long time ago. Well, not predicted, but it was, like, very rumored, but Xolo I'm gonna butcher the pronunciation.
Try your best.
Xolo M Maduena? The guy who plays Blue Beetle got cast as Ace in the One Piece season 3. I mean, honestly, it's, like, pretty good, pretty perfect casting. If you know the character of Ace, like, he's, like, a fan favorite. The one thing I have to say about I'm a huge One Piece fan, but, like, it's already what? We're 3 years in of them since the first one came out, and, like, they have not even gone through, like, the first season of the anime, and it's like, these kids are only gonna get older. Like, I don't really know how long this is I mean, it's popular enough that they're doing seasons 2 and 3. even like my mom watched it and was like, "Oh, did you hear about this show One Piece?" And I was like, "What?" Like, she loves it. She's like, "When is the next season coming out?"
Yeah, that's strange.
Um, but yeah, I mean, I think it's really good casting. You know, I
Who is
think it's
Ace in the context? Isn't that like
Ace
Luffy's
is
brother or something?
it's his like it's not his like he doesn't have like a blood brother, but like it's his like brother. He grew up with him,
Is he's
and
supposed to be older than him?
yes, he's a little bit older, and his power is like he has like the I forgot what it's called, but he can basically turn his body into like fire.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, he has like a really cool like kind of fucking like I don't even know what it is, like a surfboard thing that like
So
he
why
uses
is he
his.
only coming for season 3? The character, does he
He's
just get?
not the episodes that they cover in season 2. He's not in.
I see.
He
So
has like a brief.
how far do you
What?
think in season 2? Like how far do you think that'll cover in the anime? Any idea or no?
Because technically season 1 didn't even cover all of season 1. So like I'm assuming season 2 is gonna finish up the Logtown arc, and then like um I mean I don't even it doesn't even matter. But like at the end of season 1, like Luffy's actual father, not the guy who raised him, like his actual father pulls up to help him with something and then
Like
like just
season 1
disappears.
anime or season 1 of the show?
Season 1 anime. And then season 2 as like they already cast the villain of season 2. It's actually the guy who played Deathstroke.
With Joe Manganiello.
Yeah, he's playing Mr. Crocodile, or like he's basically like his power he's like Sandman essentially.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah. It is, yeah, it's really cool.
I think I watched season 1. I'm pretty sure I did. So
It's solid. It's
maybe I'll
definitely
watch
it's
season
pretty
2.
good. Though honestly, I have to say, like for transition in terms of fight scenes for because that's the hardest thing is like because the fight scenes are so dynamic because it's animated. They did a pretty
Mhm.
decent job. The biggest thing with Zoro the sword fighter is
Yeah.
he fights with 3 swords, and they did. I think it's done pretty well. Um, but yeah, I think it's solid. You know, I think it's a little more childish than the anime in my opinion. Like the
Really?
anime's a little bit darker. Yeah,
What
like
do you think about the
there's
Avatar live action? Because isn't that supposed to be pretty good too? I know they just wrapped season 3 of filming
season
apparently.
3. Yeah, they did
Yeah.
back to back. But that's the thing with Netflix is like these shows come out and like they just take so long to get the next season out. But like, what's the excuse with Avatar and One Piece? Like they have, how hard is it to write the script if you have the source material like that? You know what I mean?
I think it's because they're not like dedicating, okay, and it's because they can't, but they're not like, okay, we're gonna make 3 seasons of this. So they film one and they have everything ready for the next and they like go and go. But now they have to do the first season and see if it's successful before they could greenlight more. But like you see with both of them, they since the first season was good, not only did they greenlight the second, but they did the second and third so
They're
that
probably
they could
filming
just get on
back
it,
to,
you know? Yeah. So
but yeah, there's a lot of big characters I still haven't cast. I'm pretty sure they cast someone. The guy from Late Night with the Devil is in season 2, I believe, as
yeah,
well.
David Dastmalchian. I saw he was
Yeah, he's
cast as
playing like
someone, but
Mr. like 2 or something. I forgot. But
yeah,
yeah,
let's move on though.
yeah,
You could read this one too.
yeah. This is a big one for me. So it was revealed. I think it was on a podcast actually. Jennifer Lawrence and Emma Stone are going to produce a Miss Piggy movie, and Jennifer Lawrence also stated she most likely will star. This is great. Muppets fans have been the last 2 weeks. We got the Sabrina Carpenter Muppets revival, and now this. Like I'm fucking geeked, dude. This is awesome. When's the last time we've had any news on the Muppets front? You know,
It's been a
and
while.
then Cole Escola is writing the script, which actually he's cast in One Piece season 2 as well, which is kind of
Yeah,
funny.
I
But
have no idea who this guy
I
is.
don't know who he is. I know he does a lot of like musical type of vibe stuff. I don't really know. But I know that like I saw online people were like really happy with him writing it. So I mean,
Yeah,
and obviously,
anything Muppets, I'm happy. And I
yeah,
like Miss Piggy. She's funny. She's really
yeah.
funny in the movies.
And they said that this isn't the movie, but the idea that started them thinking about the movie was like, what would happen if Miss Piggy got canceled? I don't. So that's what she said. I don't know if that's really gonna like. I don't think that's like actually what the movie's about, but like that's what like the original idea came from that. Like so we'll see.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, this next one I'll read. So we finally got our first trailer for the Michael Jackson biopic, which is going to release in theaters next year in April, and it looks really good. It does, I gotta say. And honestly, like I know music biopics are kind of tired at this point, but this does feel different to me. It feels a lot more like an event kind of thing, and the fact that Jafar Jackson, who's Michael Jackson's actual nephew, is playing him, I think sort of like separates it. Where you're like, okay, this is Michael Jackson. Like, think about the Bruce Springsteen biopic that just completely like bombed. No one even is talking about it or cares about it. It's because it's Jeremy Allen White. Like, he looks nothing like Bruce Springsteen, and
I don't think
he's
that's
just
why. I think
he's
people don't
too
really.
big of a
You gotta remember,
name that it's like,
I don't think it's that, dude. I just think that Michael Jackson is such a like cultural phenomenon that like they could have got like any random person to play him. People would be flocking to the theaters to
I
see this.
disagree. I think I agree that people would see it, but I think who could you cast as Michael Jackson? It's like impossible. Jared Leto? Like, who the fuck are you gonna cast? Yeah, he looks great, and I know the one scene where you really see him and he's talking, he sounds great as well.
Sounds great,
But
yeah.
they gave him obviously a prosthetic nose, which people were complaining about, this and that. And to me, when I first saw it, I was like, okay, this is a little jarring. Like, what the fuck's going on here? But then I looked back at pictures of Michael Jackson from that time, and he did have a rather large schnoz. So it seems to be accurate. It's just like the rest of his face is different, so it's like a little bit off-putting. But dude, the music, like Michael Jackson is he's just the GOAT, bro. Like musically, aside from
Musically,
his other stuff.
yeah.
But like there's just no one like him where you could just go through his entire discography and just banger after banger after banger. It's crazy. The music in the movie is gonna be so good. Like I'm excited for it, just seeing it in a theater and stuff. I think it is gonna get split into two parts. They kind of teased it because they said, oh, there's plans for more like after this comes out, whatever. So I'm assuming that means it'll get split into two.
And I believe you said Coleman Domingo was playing his dad, right?
Yes. Also, Miles Teller's in it. He's playing his agent, I think, or no, his attorney, something like that. Yeah. So
And I think that because Coleman Domingo also plays like I don't know if you like his dad wasn't exactly like a great person in the way he treated him and stuff like that. And I feel like Coleman Domingo plays kind of a similar role in The Color Purple, where he's like this piece of shit kind of, So I'm interested if they're gonna pull. That's why he got cast in that, but we'll
yeah,
see.
it'll be interesting to see what they show because he
Yeah.
grew up. He was forced into this Jackson 5 at such a young age. He was like 10 years old or even probably younger than that. So he went through a lot when he was younger. Obviously, doesn't justify anything he may or may not have done, but it'll be interesting to see what they do with that, and then it'll be interesting to see what they talk about in like the later years too. So we'll
Yeah, I
see.
feel like there's no way they're gonna discuss any of the Neverland stuff. I doubt.
Well, apparently they shot the whole movie and they had to reshoot the ending because they included the names of the victims, and then it came out in like something that the victims, they like signed some contract that they could never be used in like a movie or anything like that because they don't want like him to profit off their names, whatever. So they had to reshoot the whole ending. But that's interesting that they were including, not only like alluding to it, but actually like including the names and stories of those people.
I saw something also that like there was a scene they shot where like they had to like the cops had to take pictures of him naked for some reason, like something to do with the court, not the court, his cases, and like they played the scene like oh like feeling bad for him about the cops are making him do all this, and like people were like, what the fuck, like he's literally like
Yeah. I mean,
well,
yeah, we don't know. I don't know if you ever watched like the Finding Neverland documentary. It's not the greatest thing to watch, but I'm pretty sure he never actually got any charges. So technically it's like he said, she said, I guess. I don't know. I don't know enough about the actual case to even say. But it's crazy that if he did actually do that, like how beloved he still is.
it's all about the like I don't give a
yeah.
yeah,
But all right,
but
can move on. Does look really good though.
yeah.
So next thing is, this kind of just came and went. Like no one really talked about it, but it was Jurassic World Rebirth is getting a sequel with Gareth Edwards in talks to return, as well as Scarlett Johansson, Mahershala Ali, and Jonathan Bailey. I don't know. I didn't really like the the one that just came
I was
out
like, what
recently.
the fuck? I don't understand. Like, what is it? What are they gonna do?
At least like these characters are built up and we know them, and it's not another reboot, and it'll just continue their story. So I kind of like that at least. But yeah, what are they gonna do? I don't know. They'll think of something. But that was one of the problems with Rebirth, in my opinion, was just like this idea is just tired at this point. Like monsters, I mean, dinosaurs existing at the same time as humans is not that interesting, especially in modern times. It's more interesting when you try to play God and try to keep them contained and they fight back and escape. That is interesting. But we're past that at this point. They're just roaming the earth. So I don't know. We'll see what they do.
I mean, I thought like visually it was good. Like, I just thought the plot was like it was like paper thin and like I don't know. There was a like there were multiple scenes where like this person should be dead, and then they just
Yeah.
like Mahershala Ali. That one is like absolutely insane. The
Yeah.
monster literally roars in his fucking face, and then it's just 2 seconds later, he like I don't know. Well,
Yeah, that was
listen,
strange.
man, the Scarlett, Mahershala, and Jonathan Bailey are all like very talented. So like,
Sexiest man alive.
yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, would you say this is the most talented cast of the rebooted Jurassic Worlds? I mean, Jurassic
Yeah.
Park.
I mean,
Yeah,
who are they competing with? Like
Chris
Chris
Pratt
Pratt. I mean, I like
and
Bryce Dallas Howard a lot,
Bryce
but
Dallas Howard. Yeah,
yeah. All right,
and
let's
what's his name?
what?
Kingpin was in the first one too.
Oh yeah, yeah. He was
He's
good,
the dude that
D'Onofrio.
wants to like weaponize the raptors and shit.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
was good. Let's speed
Um.
run a little because there's a lot here and
Yeah.
we're not going too long, but still. This one I just wanted to send just because I want to talk about it a little bit. So Christy, which I mentioned earlier, which was that Sydney Sweeney uh boxer biopic where she plays a boxer, completely bombed at the box office. Had one of the worst opening weekends of all time for a movie that was released in over 2,000 theaters. And honestly, like, where was any of the advertising for this? I don't even think I saw a
And
trailer.
I figured it was gonna bomb. Like, who the fuck is gonna see this?
Bro, it's Sydney Sweeney. She's very popular, and it's a
Yeah, but it's
biopic.
like a small, like, I didn't see one advertisement for it. The only time I saw stuff of it was when, like, it got posted by Discussing Films.
Yeah, but
Like,
like,
I don't know. I
why?
just
It's
feel
so
like
weird that they didn't market this. I don't know.
I just, I don't know.
Is she having like a
It
career suicide right now? What is going on with her? Yeah, and think about the other Euphoria stars as well: Zendaya, Jacob Elordi.
Zendaya, Jacob Elordi, Hunter Schafer,
hmm
you
They're all
know.
doing better stuff than her.
Yeah. I mean, I think she's an okay actress. I don't think she's like, I think her
I
best.
actually think she's good. I think she's very good. I think she's underrated.
I liked her in Immaculate. I thought she was very good in Immaculate.
Yes, she was good in Immaculate. She was good in that. I forget what it's called, but there's a movie where she gets interrogated for something, and the whole movie is just like her and this other guy talking back and
Oh,
forth the
it's
whole
on
movie.
HBO. I haven't seen it,
Yeah,
but
that I thought
yeah.
she was very good in. Anyone but you, she's fine in. I think she's talented, but a lot of people obviously just, and this is like no thanks to her as well, because this is the image that she puts out about herself, but people like only care about her for her looks and stuff and think she's like a bimbo or whatever, but she's not. She actually is a good actress. But it's because of like, she's doing these brands where she's like, oh, you could bathe with my
My
bathwater
bath water, yeah.
and look at my jeans and this and that. Like, this is, if you don't want people to have that image of you, then don't do things like that for
I know
money.
there was basically like an interview with her where like I don't know specifically, but essentially they were just like, yeah, like, you know, like do you want like basically like just saying like condemning all like the weird like white supremacy kind of thing with her genes, and she gave like a weird like no answer.
Yeah, no, basically like
I don't
this
know specifics.
this
Yeah.
interviewer was kind of giving her a layup to be like, well, if there's anything you want to say to the people that think that you might be like a white supremacist or anything, like, you could say it now. And she's like, well, if I have anything to speak my mind about, like, people will know. So she didn't say it, which like on one hand I respect, because it's like I'm not gonna let this lady make me say what I'll say what I want, but also like, bro, just say you're not a white supremacist. Like, it's not that hard. But yeah, I just wanted to mention that because I thought it was interesting. Yeah, she had 2 bombs this year. She's in another movie that's coming out with Brendan Sklenar, and
Oh, Housemaid, that was
yeah,
horrible.
it doesn't look great. So
When Amanda Seyfried.
yeah, Amanda Seyfried, she's really good. Actually.
She's gonna be in like the they're doing like a Voltron movie, and she's gonna be in it.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
Jared Leto's in it. Oh, no, that's
No, that's Master of the
He-Man.
Universe.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Same shit.
All right, next one you could read.
Yeah. So this was rumored, but we got officially that there's a Jimmy Olsen series in the works. Dan Perlorette and Tony Yakanda from American Vandal, I haven't seen that, will serve as showrunners. Files reporters tackling cases involving superpowered villains, and Gorilla God will be involved. I mean, I think like for a little, this is like, I don't know. Sure. I don't really, I
Yeah,
think it's
I don't.
cool that like, I feel like it's a good way to introduce established villains in the show.
Yeah,
I know that they said that they're like, it's not going to, Lois and Superman are not going to be in it, but I also find that hard to believe because it's filming in the same location and the same spot as Man of Tomorrow. So like, it's,
they'll probably
I
make an
don't know.
appearance.
They'll
At
probably
least
make a
Lois will
cameo.
probably show up.
Lois, yeah, Lois makes a lot more sense. But
Honestly, just please keep it low budget, please.
I mean, how high of a budget could it be if it's like
I
at
just
least?
don't want this to be like some stupid project that they do and then like it fails and loses the money. Because then it's gonna just make James Gunn look worse, and
I
his
feel like
higher ups are not gonna be happy. Just please keep it low budget, man.
it seems
Please.
like it'll be like the biggest thing they'll probably have to, because like honestly the cast is like, no disrespect, but like a bunch of like kind of no names and stuff.
Yeah.
You know.
Gorilla Grodd is fun though. I like that.
Yeah. Do you think that there'll be any like, maybe not Flash, but maybe they'll have like Barry Allen cameo at some, because he's
Maybe they could
involved.
tease the Flash because Grodd is a
Yeah.
Flash villain, so that would
Mhm.
make sense.
But I mean, it makes sense with like James Gunn is like animal type of villains and stuff like that, and not animal villain, but he always does stuff with
Yeah,
animals
yeah,
and stuff. So
yeah.
Gorilla God's cool. I don't know if there's going to be multiple villains or it's just Gorilla Grodd the first season. I don't know. I don't think they established. I don't think he's writing or directing it though either, right?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah,
Which
so
is
that'll
good.
be
Not
interesting.
because
No, not
not because I
because,
don't
but
like
just,
him, but just let other people just
yeah,
get
I
some
agree.
like diversity in the creatives.
Have you heard of American Vandal?
I've heard of it. I've never seen it.
I don't know. Apparently, it's a comedy show. People said like, I don't know, it's
Yeah,
good, but I don't really know too much about it.
yeah. All
But
right.
yeah, I mean,
Then
sure.
next, really briefly, we got our first teaser for Toy Story 5. So the villain's revealed, which we already knew about. It's like Leapfrog or Leap Pad. It's basically an electronic that it's an iPad pretty much. So the villain's gonna be an iPad, which is kind of interesting. It's like how do toys react to a world that we live in now, where kids are more entertained by devices than toys. I think it's Greta Lee. Yeah. So getting her work after past lives.
Something, but is it me or like there's something like it looks a little AI in the trail. I don't know why,
I didn't personally notice that, but
but
I
yeah,
wasn't
but
like looking too intently.
yeah. Also, like I've never seen 4, but I know that people are saying like this kind of just ruins the ending of 4, but I don't really.
Well, in 4, I think Woody goes off on his own at the end, or he goes to like be with Bo Peep, and they're like away from the rest of the toys. So I thought this movie was supposed to be more about Buzz, which it still could be, but somehow Woody's back. I guess they'll explain it. Yeah, and then next you
Yeah, I'll
could
read
read
this
this.
next
Yeah.
one. Sabrina Carpenter will star and produce an Alice in Wonderland musical movie. Um, I think this is pretty cool, honestly, and I've heard that she, I could be wrong, but I believe she pitched this to them, and they're gonna basically get the people that did Wicked to kind of help make this. Which I mean, honestly, that's a pretty good casting, I'd say, and was an actor before she was an actress before she was a singer. So
I think it's a good
I don't,
idea, and yeah,
yeah,
if she's gonna lead it and she's passionate about it, she wants to produce it as well, and I think it has a
yeah,
shot to be good. And she makes
yeah,
good music. I'm sure it'll do well at the box office, and there'll be some good songs from it. So
yeah.
Alice in Wonderland isn't typically a musical, is it? I don't really remember. I don't
No,
think it
no,
is, right?
no. I do like this Alice in Wonderland story though.
Yeah, so do I. I like that world in general,
Yeah, yeah.
but yeah,
Um,
that'll be cool.
yeah. I mean, I mean the Johnny Depp ones I've seen, but I feel like that there's like a weird. They're not as like whimsical as I would like it to be. There's like a darkness to it. I don't know how to explain
Yeah,
it.
it's edgy. Tim Burton.
Yeah, that's actually yeah, perfect. It's edgy. Like I feel like I would, it should be a little more like eye popping and like animated. I don't know,
Lighthearted.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that's
Flowery. Freaking
yeah.
glowy. Sabrina Carpenter. Yeah, she's a good fit for that. So we got a trailer for a Super Mario Galaxy movie, which revealed two big cast members, which is Rosalina and Bowser Jr., played by Brie Larson and Benny Safdie,
I
respectively.
think great casting both ways.
I think Brie Larson was great. I heard her voice. They released a clip of her as Rosalina, and she sounds great. Benny Safdie, I don't know, because the Bowser Jr. voice, it doesn't like even really sound like him, but
What
it's
is
like
does he
fine.
even yeah. I feel like honestly I couldn't tell it was Safdie from the
It's
like
just like
unlike
such an odd choice, I feel like, because it's all these A-list actors for the most part. You know, Chris Pratt, Anya Taylor-Joy, Jack Black, which Benny Safdie, I mean, he's a big name, but he's known for being a director, really, you know? So it is a bit of an odd choice, but I think it'll be fine. I'm not too worried about it. And in terms of like the trailer for the movie itself, like, I don't know, it just looks like
animation looks
more of the
good.
same of the original, which is good. I like the
Yeah.
original, but
And they one thing that I
what do
thought
I
was
really say? I
interesting was
don't know.
that they took the Bowser Jr. design, that's from Super Mario Wonder. And also that kind of sand area that they're in, that's like from Super Mario Wonder as well. So I
I
wonder
thought
if
that's
they're
from
taking element.
Odyssey, isn't it?
Oh, uh
Maybe. I don't know.
I think you're right. I forgot. I get which one is the newer one? Odyssey or Wonder? Wonder is
Wonder.
the newer one. I'm sorry. So that's from Odyssey because Odyssey's the one I played.
Did you play Wonder or no?
Yeah, I didn't beat it, but I like Wonder. It's fun. It's a little different though.
Yeah. Yeah, it's cool though. I like that they're kind of blending stuff. It's not just straight retellings of the games. Also, Yoshi didn't appear in the trailer anywhere, which I found interesting. Do you, yeah, do you think Yoshi's gonna have a voice or just kind of make noise?
I low key don't even remember what Galaxy's about. I have to like play it again.
Somehow Bowser's involved, always.
Face, yeah.
Yeah.
I do think it's interesting though that they went straight to Galaxy and not to like I don't know, like they
Yeah, I
could have
mean,
done Super
we've
Mario
talked about this
Sunshine or like
before, but Galaxy is kind of a big jump, but I feel like the third one will probably be Wario and Waluigi introduced as the villains.
they could be in this too.
They could. They might appear. I feel like they might appear in a post-credit scene for this because we're
Do you?
slowly
I
building
feel
up
like
the rosters now. We got Rosalina
I
again,
feel like
Bowser
we're
Jr., Yoshi.
this did like all roads lead to Smash. Like I feel like that's the world
All
keeps getting
roads
bigger.
lead to
They're doing
Smash.
like they're they're doing like I don't know. There's rumors they're doing a Donkey Kong animated movie. You know what I mean? I know they're doing the live action Zelda, which we'll talk about in a second. But
Yeah, they're doing the Wii
they're
Fit
also
trainer
doing.
movie also.
You know what we really need?
What?
And I know honestly, I think this will probably get made. Is a Luigi's Mansion movie.
Yeah, we've talked about this before,
Because
but definitely, yeah.
that story's actually like the story's sick in the game.
Nah, fuck that. You know, we need Pikmin movie.
I was just gonna say that too.
Pikmin the movie. That would be sick. Who would play
Pikmin's such
Captain
a
Olimar?
yeah. And what's the other dude's name?
Like
Oh,
Louis or something.
Louis.
Isn't
Oh,
it like
Louis. Yeah,
Louis?
Louis.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those who I feel like not everyone even plays. Like Pikmin is so fucking goated. How do
Yeah,
we
it
even
is.
like get into those games? Because they're not super popular in the U.S.
I have no idea. Mom probably just got it for us for the GameCube. Wow. That sucks. That's long gone, right? You can't ask for that at this point. Rip. Um Yeah, we can I feel like we could skip this or very briefly this Odyssey one. They put it some pics of the Odyssey. Um It's nothing crazy. It's pretty much exactly what you'd expect. But
That
you see Anne Hathaway's character and Mia Goth's character in
yeah,
one of them.
he looks fucking ripped.
Who,
Damon,
Damon?
dude.
Yeah, he got in
Yeah,
great shape. Tom Holland looks pretty good as well.
yeah.
I've been reading the Odyssey actually. Hold up, baby. Shout out my girlfriend for getting me this. It is pretty good. It is sort of difficult to read, but the reason why I like this is because, and this is also Nolan said this version, Emily Wilson translation, is his favorite version of the Odyssey because there's like multiple. I really like this because you could read a chapter, and then if you go to the back, there's like a summary of that chapter where it just basically explains everything like not in the poem form. It's like a brief summary of what happened. So I read the chapter and then I like read it explained in simpler terms. So just so I can like fully pick up on what's going on, because some of it it's translated, so it's a little bit hard to understand everything. There's also a lot of different characters with complicated names. So yeah, it's been fun, and I'm like this far in it. So I definitely got some work to do. Just been busy recently. Yeah, I can lend you this, or I don't know if you've used that Kindle that I
I
got
have
you at
my
all.
own. I have my own copy, but if I
Oh, you
kind
do?
of want to like if that's the one that Nolan is like, because I don't have the. Hold on, I want to show you because hold on.
Make it quick, because I'm not cutting this out. I'm too lazy. What you got? Emily Wilson? Let me see. Yeah, that's a crazy last name. You have to be careful
You definitely
pronouncing
thought I
that
like
one.
mispronounced it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean,
I'm sure it's similar, but I can lend it to you if
yeah,
anything. I'm sure it's
yeah.
similar though. But
It's fucking long, dude. It's like
yes,
one of the
it's
longest
yeah.
books. Yeah.
But all right.
But
Anyways,
yeah, this is up
moving on.
next.
So this is it's not really that big news, I guess, but Brainiac's going to be the villain of Man of Tomorrow. We pretty much already knew this, but what's interesting is who read for it. Apparently, was I'm fucking blanking on his name right now. Oh, Clay Spang, who was rumored for Galactus actually when that stuff was going on. And he, if for those of you who don't know, he plays like Dracula in some sort of Dracula TV show, I think. That's kind of what he's known for. But he also plays the villain in The Northman, which he was amazing in that. So, oh no, he was rumored for Doom. I'm sorry, he was rumored for Doom, not Galactus. I think he would have been a cool Doctor Doom. But I'm really excited if he gets that role, because I think he's a great actor and he plays a really good villain. If you want to see anything he's been in, go watch The Northman. He's a great villain in that. But yeah, it's cool that we're getting Brainiac. It's about time.
Yeah, yeah. It's a long overdue. I feel like. Um, I wonder, like, I'm interested what design they're gonna pull from because like they can all there's like designs where he's like very like robotic and like kind of almost Terminator looking, and then there's also designs where like he's very humanoid and he wears like a suit. Usually, I hate the Injustice designs, but his design in like the Injustice 2 game, I think is pretty good. But I definitely think like obviously the green skin and like I like when he has like the dots on his head and shit like that.
Yeah,
Um,
that'll probably be comic accurate,
yeah,
knowing James Gunn.
yeah.
But
I will say we want about James Gunn, but he's like his movies are very, very well cast. So like I don't doubt that he will cast someone really good in the
yeah,
role.
I agree. All right. Next up, Lee Pace would be good. Ronan the Accuser. Next, a Labubu movie is in the works at Sony. A consumerism movie is in the works at Sony. What, like,
A late stage capitalism movie is in the works at Sony.
I don't even know what to say about this. Apparently, Labubu is based off of a book. These characters are from some sort of like children's book. I hope it's based on that, and I hope it's not about like these dolls coming to life and interacting with people, because
They were like when I went on my trip, they were fucking all over the place, dude. Every country I went to was like Labubu's in the fucking airport. They like Labubu vending machines, like
they
bro,
were
like
huge for a minute. They were huge for a minute. I got in and I got out. I got some for my
what like
girlfriend right at the perfect
are they
time.
like are they Chinese? Or are they like they're not
I don't
Japanese?
know.
I know.
I think they might be Korean.
Yeah, I don't know,
Well, it's
but
got to be one of those.
well, also, I mean, they're doing this. They're also doing a Hello Kitty movie in 2028.
That makes sense though. I feel like I don't know. This is just like a little doll. Maybe make them killer. Make them killer.
They get like a Gremlins movie.
Yeah. Oh, they're making
Oh,
Gremlins
we didn't
3
even.
actually. Yeah.
Yeah, we forgot. Yeah, Gremlins 3. I think Christopher Columbus, right?
He's
He's
gonna
gonna
direct.
he's gonna direct, and Spielberg's producing.
Yeah, that'll be. I gotta rewatch
Yeah,
1 and 2. Those are great movies
yeah,
though.
yeah.
But yeah,
I just don't know, like, what are they gonna like? They're just gonna tell the same story again with like a different cast.
I don't know. No, they'll continue it. I don't know. Who knows? We'll see. Because it's like a sequel. Oh. I feel like, does that mean it's gonna come out in between Doomsday and Secret Wars, possibly? So what's gonna come out in between them? I feel like something has to. What other movies are in the works right now? Could be Blade,
Movie. And then from there, they're gonna do everything else. There'll
maybe.
probably be TV show. Like I'm sure there'll be Daredevil season 3.
I feel like a new Black Panther is gonna be revealed during one of
Most
these next two
likely.
Avengers
I
movies.
saw a rumor that the guy from F1 is
Yeah,
gonna play the
Damson
new Black.
Idris,
'Cause, like, they had this, like, Black Panther, like, fashion show with people from the cast
and he
that,
was
like,
there.
they'll
Yeah,
and he was there. Also, the girl from One Battle After Another, not Chase Infinity, the other one,
Tiana Taylor.
she was there too. Um,
I mean,
so,
listen,
one thing
it's
yeah,
Coogler, so people
yeah,
are not afraid to come work with him. I mean, Denzel's
like,
gonna be in
Denzel's
the
yeah.
movie. Yeah,
One thing I
so
do request is that they make they, like, honor the comics and make Black Panther and Storm, like, a couple.
yeah, I feel like they will, especially now that
Yeah,
we have the X-Men,
yeah.
and it's another like powerful black character. So I'm
Yeah,
sure
like, Storm's,
Coogler
like,
it
one of the
fits in the
most
world,
powerful
you know.
X-Men, and she's, like, really yeah, she's very popular. But, yeah,
Yeah,
I
we
mean, I honestly oh, I had a question for you, actually.
well,
What do you think is better, Black Panther 1 or 2?
I think it's closer than people like to say, but one is slightly better. It's fair. It's definitely fair. Namor, he's definitely like a game changer for that
Yeah,
second movie.
Namor's awesome, yeah.
I think Killmonger is a little bit overrated. He's a good villain, but people
I
glaze
just don't
him.
like that they kill him, like, it would've been cool if they kept him around.
Yeah, but
Like,
that's a Marvel problem. They always kill their villains.
imagine, like, they have him jailed or something, and, like, like, Shuri, right?
Hmm.
Shuri has to go to him. I mean, they had that kinda scene essentially with, like, her dreaming, but, like, it would've been so much better if, like, he was jailed in Wakanda and, like, she has to go to him for advice about, like, how to deal with you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, that would have been
But,
cool. But
yeah.
all right, last two little, well, one big thing, I guess. First, look at the live action Legend of Zelda movie. It's just a couple pictures of the two main actors in costume. It's I don't really know what to say about this. It's cool that it's getting made, I guess, but I know Wes Ball is doing it. Yeah, costumes look good. I don't really know the story though, you know.
Yeah,
So
well, I remember played some of them as a I used to like the one where you could play as, like, 4 of them and do them
yeah,
different colors, but I
yeah,
didn't really Breath of the Wild is supposed to be, like, fucking amazing, but I
I
just, like,
know.
never
People
to
say
it,
yeah,
yeah.
but did you get
But
the Switch too? No, right?
no, not yet. I gotta get a job first.
Yeah, that's fair.
But I will get it, 'cause apparently the Donkey Kong game on there is sick, like, it got nominated for Game of the Year,
Yeah, I heard that as well.
and, like, I'm sure there's a new Pokemon game that just came out, and I'm sure they're gonna do, like Mario's 50th anniversary is soon, they're gonna probably do another game, you know?
They got to do a new Smash soon. It's about
Yeah,
time.
honestly, it's about time, yeah, I was gonna say. They just did a new Mario Kart, so, like, I
Yeah,
mean, yeah.
yeah. So, all right, and this is like the really big thing that just came out today. We got our first teaser for the live action Moana, and it looks just about as grim as you would expect.
It looks like CW, like, AI maybe it's just because it's early and the visuals aren't ready yet, but it does not look good.
It's just like
It looks very
why,
cheap
why?
and, like yeah.
I know why. Like we always, this is like, there's no point to even like discuss this or argue about this because we know why. It's just for money. Like these movies will make money. I think the highest grossing movie this year was freaking Lilo and Stitch live action, which apparently was not good. I didn't even see it. No, Lilo and Stitch beat it. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I don't think Minecraft made 1 billion. I don't think it did. But yeah, this movie's just gonna make $1 billion. Like it's just. But I'm watching the movie and it's like, or I'm watching the trailer. There's the scene, and I like Moana. I think the first Moana is good. Um, the scene of her on the boat where like there's the little coconut people attacking her, and all those guys are animated. It's like, why is this live
The only
action?
I was
Like
getting
it's
the vibe that,
animated
like,
anyway.
it looks just like the animated one, except they just put a human in it.
Yeah, so like, what the fuck is the point? Like again, I understand the point from a business perspective, but like, bruh. Also, we didn't get to really see The Rock. I would have liked to see him. Maybe the CGI is not ready yet for him.
Yeah. We
But
saw, like, a shot of his, like, back, and then that
yeah,
was it.
yeah.
Yeah, I
So
mean, I don't know. I'm sure, this will make a fucking $1 million and Disney will get all the wrong messages from this, but like what even is there left for them to make into live action?
bro, there's a ton.
Like
Wait
what?
till Pixar gets its first live action
No,
remake.
no. But that's like a
Just
separate
wait.
entity. I don't know if they can do that.
What do you mean? Who says they
Like
can't do that?
Pixar, like they own Pixar, but Pixar's like a separate Like Disney Animation or Pixar are two different companies.
Yeah, so what? Disney, they can still make a live action of it.
They may not have like the creative. I don't know if they
They
can.
own them. They own them. They can do whatever the fuck they want. But I started watching Elio. I didn't finish it, but
It's okay. It's not
yeah, it
bad.
was okay. It was okay.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, I
Those are like
guess
games from the start, but
yeah.
yeah.
Speaking of animated films, we could talk about an actual good animated film, which I will read the synopsis of right now. So last episode, I suggested that we should watch the Simpsons movie for a few reasons, which I mentioned earlier, which is one, they just recently announced a sequel. Two, I kind of just had to think of a movie on the fly because I forgot to pick one. And three, the Simpsons are in Fortnite right now, so they're kind of just like back on my mind because I've been playing Fortnite a lot, grinding for the Homer skin. So yeah, let's read the synopsis. See our family and feel better about yours. After Homer accidentally pollutes the town's water supply, Springfield is encased in a gigantic dome by the EPA, and the Simpsons are declared fugitives. I really, really love this movie. And it's one that I loved as a kid. I'm pretty sure you did as well, Joe. And just, I haven't seen it in a long time. So watching it again, I felt a lot of nostalgia. There's a lot of jokes that I remember. Because another thing about this movie is like it's PG-13, so you could watch it as a kid, but there's a lot of adult stuff. And I
Yeah,
remember
there's a
when
lot
you're
of
like,
jokes.
yeah, when you're a kid, you kind of like gravitate to those things because it's a little bit taboo and you shouldn't be like, like talking about it and that and whatnot. So yeah, it's very funny. And I think that one good thing about this movie is you could show someone this movie for the first time that's never even heard of The Simpsons and they'll still enjoy it. Or a lifelong fan could watch it and really enjoy it. So they did a great job. What did you think of it?
No, I loved it, and like you said, there's a lot of the jokes that, like, obviously went over my head when I was a kid that I almost found it even funnier, like, watching it this time, like, it's a lot smarter than I remembered, and just, like, I don't know, The Simpsons are fun, like, this is they're kinda, fucking around and doing whatever, obviously, what is isn't there, like, a Stephen King book? This is like, The Dome, isn't that, like, a Stephen King book?
Yeah, it's some, I don't know. I was reading a little bit. I forget the name of the book, but there is a Stephen King book about some town being encased in a dome.
Yeah, you know, um like, I don't know, like, even, like, there was stuff like, I don't know, when Homer was on the crane and he's
Yeah.
swinging between a rock and a hard place, like, I thought, like like, obviously, when we're kids, we don't get that, but we're like, I don't know. It's
Yeah.
it's fun, it's a lot of fun. You know, the writing is really good. I mean, I haven't really watched The Simpsons recently, but I know, like, I'm obviously really excited for them doing a second movie. And even the animation isn't even that bad for what was it,
Yeah.
2007?
The animation's pretty good.
Yeah.
Um, Honestly, Simpsons, it's always been my favorite of like the adult animated cartoons. I think it's much better than Family Guy. I think it's much better than like American Dad and South Park and like all those. I think it's pretty far above those. And I don't know how many of those got movies. I know there was like the Bob's Burger movie
Bob's
recently,
Burgers movie was I don't think it was as good as The Simpsons, but I thought it was pretty good, the Bob's Burgers movie.
but I think
It's like
this is probably one of the best TV shows turned movie, I would say.
yeah, I agree.
Yeah. But yeah, there's just like so many moments of this that I remember as a kid, like the naked Bart scene. Do you remember we saw this in the movie theater? And I remember there's like the scene where obviously like it shows his dick, that one part. It was mad funny as a kid. And I remember when they would like rerun it on TV, that scene, they didn't show it. They put like a leaf over it. Yeah. Yeah. Just like little things like that. I remember obviously Spider Pig was huge when we were kids. People would like say that in school and stuff. Um, and it's funny. I
Like,
didn't
yeah,
even
if you said
know
that to a
that.
kid now, they wouldn't even know what you're
Yeah,
talking about.
that the dramatic like Spider Pig theme. Remember that part?
Oh,
That's
when he has,
scored
like
by Hans Zimmer.
really?
Yeah, it's so crazy. Um,
I don't know, one of the scenes that really made me laugh, like, when they have the mob outside of his house, and, like, Homer doesn't wanna go out, he's like, "They're gonna take you guys," and Grandpa and then the grandpa's like, "I'm in the mob."
yeah, it's so funny. It really
Yeah,
is. It
it is
really
really funny.
is very funny. A lot of it's stupid humor. I love the relationship between Bart and Homer as well. It is kind of like the love hate, but like when they're on the roof, and they're doing like the dare contest and stuff. It's just like it's just funny. Uh, it's a good introduction to these characters as well. Like it kind of touches on what makes each one their own. Even Grandpa Simp. Yeah, he was funny when he gets left in the car. And he's like, "I'm still in here," and then he comes back and just like
It's a window.
puts the window open a little bit.
And then they put the dome over, and he's like, "That crazy guy in church was right."
Yeah, yeah. That whole sequence of them like going to Alaska too, where
Yeah,
they like get in, they're like, "Oh, here's $1,000 just to
it's
walk in."
about time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Homer's just very funny. Homer is very funny. The voice acting is really good. The way he like just the sound effects and reactions he has to things is very funny.
I mean, I feel like because this was such a long-running TV show, like, there was no kinda, um like, it didn't feel weird for them to get in a voice booth and, like, do all
Yeah.
these things because 'cause they've been doing it for so long,
Yeah.
you know?
It's just it's classic of his character to, get this pig and just dump his
Yeah.
shit in the lake, like the one thing he can't do, and like just the whole town is fucked. Um, that scene was so funny though when they're watching the show and he like falls down and there's like the sexual tension between him and the
Between
pig.
them and the pig, it's like,
Yeah.
maybe we should
And like Marge comes in. It's so stupid. Yeah, yeah. But
Who play I was gonna say because the guy who plays, like, the head of the EPA, is he, like, anyone, like, well-known, or he's just, like, a random dude? Because he's not from the
I
show.
think his name is like Al Brooks or something. I gotta check. Hold on, because I have it up. Yeah,
Do we know
Al
who's directing
Brooks,
the
Russ Cargill.
do we know who's directing the second one?
Um, no, I actually checked recently, and we don't.
I wonder if they'll bring because I went on the director's David Silverman, and most of his work is just, like, kind of
Simpsons stuff.
Simpsons stuff.
You know what's funny though? I was looking into the IMDb trivia a little bit. So this is the names of the directors that were considered to direct. You ready? Brett Ratner, Bryan Singer, Gary Winnick, Sam Raimi, Gary Halvorson, Steven Spielberg, Robert Zemeckis, and Sean Levy were all considered to direct. Yeah. Imagine they bring one of them back for the sequel. I mean, Sam Raimi.
Raimi. That would I
Imagine.
mean, like, that's interesting to me because, like, he definitely, like, has a little bit of that, like, camp humor in his stuff, but he's never done, like, a full-on comedy.
Yeah, I don't think he has. Um, Also, that what joke was funny when Bart is going through people's luggage and he puts like the bra on his head and it looks like he has Mickey Mouse ears. He's like, "I'm the mascot of an evil corporation," and then years later, Disney buys them. So it's like you're watching this. I watched it on Disney Plus, and they're like blatantly making fun of Disney. That was kind of funny and ironic. This is also it was the highest grossing PG-13 animated film of all time, recently beat by Neja 2. But before that, it made like 700 million or something. But and it was the first and only PG-13 animated film to be nominated for Best Animated Feature at the Golden Globes. Besides, I think that stat's out of date because The Boy and the Heron I think was PG-13. But most of them are PG. PG usually gets nominated. But yeah, having that like PG-13 flair is funny. But yeah, there's just I don't know. There's so many iconic moments, and I mentioned the Alaska stuff when he goes on that sort of retreat with the woman, and he calls her like boob lady. I remember that as a kid. That was funny. Anything that was like a little bit edgy stuck with you as a kid because you're like, oh, maybe, like I probably shouldn't have been watching this, you know.
Yeah,
Um,
I agree.
so that definitely was something I remember from being a kid. You know what's actually my favorite scene in the movie though? It's that that speech that Marge gives to Homer that she tapes over the wedding video because it for a second it gets like actually heartfelt, like
Yeah.
kind of tugging at the heartstrings a
You
little
hear
bit.
it
And
in
then
her voice, yeah, like, she has,
yeah,
like,
it's a great speech by her and like great
yeah.
line delivery when she's like, well, "I put up with you because And then she's like, "That's the problem. I don't know how to finish that sentence anymore." It's like, damn, why'd this get so dark? um, and then they play like the "Close to You" for the wedding video, and
Yeah.
it's him like floating off. And then it says, "I remember this as a kid in the theater." It says "To be continued" immediately. That's a very funny gag.
But yeah. I remember I was like not like I remember like actually thinking it was gonna be like a part 2 or something like that.
Yeah. Um,
But
but yeah,
yeah.
that scene is actually genuinely a really good, really serious, depressing kind of scene in the middle of this joke fest, and I think it really works. I love that scene.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
'Cause I feel like obviously in the series, like he always is not obviously the best husband, but it never really gets past like her being mad at him for like one episode and that's it. And like this was like the first time like it actually, obviously they're gonna probably end up back together, but like the performance, I don't know who's the woman that voices
a lot of them are like voice multiple characters. She
multiple people.
voices
Yeah,
it's Julie Kavner. I'm not really familiar with her, but yeah,
she was great. And honestly, yeah, it was like honestly, like I didn't tear up or anything, but I was like, damn, like this is a little, this is sad.
yeah, um, yeah, and a lot of like the classic Simpsons characters. There, you have like Mr. Burns, Moe, Krusty the Clown. Like they all kind of make appearances there. Sideshow Bob wasn't in it. That was one of my only complaints. Maybe I feel like he could be fun for the sequel because he's sort of the villain of the Simpsons ride in Universal.
Oh, I forgot about the ride, actually, yeah.
Yeah, he's
How
the
does that
villain of
work now
that.
that Disney owns
It's theme park
Dis
rights are different than like that's why Disney still has or Universal still has like the Marvel Land and stuff. Um, but
well, I don't if Universal buys Warner Brothers, they'll have the rights to all the DC stuff.
I don't know if that works for theme park rights, but maybe because they already use Warner Brothers. They use Harry Potter.
So then, honestly, like, why did they never go after the DC shit? I'm actually
I don't really
surprised.
know. I don't know how it works. I think just because they have Marvel already. But um, anyways, yeah. Did you have a favorite scene?
I mean, honestly, like like the Bart chase scene is actually really funny, and I enjoyed that scene a lot. And I mean, the Alaska scene too, like them pulling up to Alaska the first time and everything. Yeah, honestly, yeah, I think the Bart scene. I don't know why that stuck with me so much as a kid.
Yeah. Um. All right. Fair. A favorite character. I like Homer the best. He's just so funny. Yeah. Close second, Bart. Also, the one thing I didn't like Lisa's love interest. It was so random. Like I don't really understand the point of that character.
I don't know. I guess like
Holland.
she never really has any kind of like I don't know. It felt fine to me. I didn't think it was like weird.
I don't know. It felt a little like out of place to me. Or it felt like it was waiting for something bad to be revealed about him, and then it just like never came. Or like he was gonna be a twist villain or something, but no. He just doesn't have enough. Like there's not. We
Like
don't learn enough about him. I don't know. He was just like
yeah, I
weird
feel
to
like
me.
because like obviously the main like five characters like dude you already know kind
I'm
of
just
their
felt.
gist and everything.
Oh, sorry guys. All right, Joe.
I
Sorry.
was like, no, you're good.
Dude, something
Um
like fell in my room. I was like, what the fuck was that? And then I went to click my screen and I accidentally kicked you out. It was my light though. I'll fix it. Anyway, I'm really sorry about that. What the fuck happened? What were you talking about?
something about I was saying like I feel like that these characters obviously are all established and you kind of know their gist already. So when there's a new character, it kind of feels like
Yeah.
they're never gonna have enough screen time where you can, because we have like literally like hours and hours of Simpsons to pull from.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say too. Do you for the sequel now? Do you think they're gonna like do something where like it has nothing to do with the original movie, or they're gonna do
I
like a
mean,
follow up?
I don't know cuz how this is such like a self-contained story. Like how can you really
Yeah,
follow it up, you know?
that's true. And I'm assuming the movie's never like referenced in the show at all, right?
I think I don't think it is. Yeah, I don't think it is. So, cuz obviously like it is just kind of a slice of life, like not there's not really an overarching story going on. Maybe there's probably like a couple episodes that there is, but these characters don't age, you know. Um I really like Treehouse of Horror. Remember those as a kid?
Yeah, those are fun. Yeah,
They did like a Treehouse of Horror kind of movie, but nah, they wouldn't do that
that'd be
probably.
fun. Yeah.
Um
Who knows if this does well? I mean, I feel like it's gonna do well. I have a lot of like my friends that like aren't super into movies. Like they were texting me about this and how like, oh, this is really cool. They're doing it again. Like Simpsons is very popular.
Yeah, yeah, it is. Um, yeah, they're in Fortnite and they're in Universal. So, all right, I guess we could give our ratings here and then wrap things up.
So I gave it a 4 stars, 4 out of 5, so an 8 out of 10. This obviously is really nostalgic for me, but it's genuinely like both like dumb humor and smart humor as well. There's some good performances and it gets like a little deep when it has to, and I think it's just very well done.
It's very well said, Joe. I agree with you. I also gave it a 4 stars, 8 out of 10. Kind of just hit the nail on the head with that little review there. But very nostalgic. I remember both of us watching this in the theater as a kid and loving it. And coming back to it, there was sort of, I don't want to say like, there's like a comforting feeling about watching this again because it just made me think of my childhood. And yeah, I think it's the perfect either introduction to the Simpsons characters if you don't know who they are and just, you hear about the Simpsons. This is not a bad place to start. And also if you're a lifelong fan, there is a lot there for the real, you know, the real Simpsons lovers. So I think it's a great movie. And like you mentioned, it gets serious when it needs to. And that I really appreciated. So it's a great movie. Yeah. All right, why don't you recommend your movie for next episode and we'll wrap up here. Nah, I haven't been putting up the polls, but I think we might be like shadow banned on Instagram, honestly, because every time I put up a story, it literally gets like 50 views and we have like 4,000 followers, so it doesn't make any sense. So I'm gonna have to figure that out. But
Kind of a completely different or like tonal shift from this week, but I'm actually going to be directing. I'm going to be recommending There Will Be Blood by Paul Thomas Anderson. I've never seen it, and honestly, the first Paul Thomas Anderson movie I saw was One Battle After Another. But I feel like everybody says like this is his best movie. Like everybody that I've seen or heard from that likes him said this is the best that he's in. I literally like I know it's about like an oil type.
yeah, I'm excited for that. I've never seen it. No, I've never seen it. It's one that's just been on my watch list forever. So I'm glad you recommended it. It's like a good excuse to finally check it out. So very exciting. So I hope that aside from that little mishap where I just kicked you out, Joe, I hope that this episode wasn't too bad with the fucking the mic and my new setup and everything, and I hope the lighting was good. And yeah, I shouldn't have a problem doing the episodes from here from now on. I feel like, and yeah, it's gonna be easier for me to watch movies definitely. So I'm excited about that. We'll also do Wicked, which comes out this week.
Yeah.
And
So
what else comes out? Might as well
I
check
mean,
real
I'm
quick.
gonna see Rental Family, and also Zootopia 2 comes out in the next week.
Okay, I'll see Zootopia too. Yeah, you should. It's pretty good actually. Let me see. What's next? Yes. Would you want to watch FNAF by me or no?
Yeah, I wanna. I'm not gonna lie, dude. I wanna go where they're gonna. Did you see the poster they're giving out for like
Yeah,
the? I wanna. Do they? Do you think they'll do that shit in the city? Right?
yeah. I think they might do it on Staten Island too. But all right, whatever. So thanks everyone for watching and listening. Um, really appreciate you guys. This has been episode 83. It's been fun, and we'll be back in 2 weeks. So stay tuned, everyone. Follow us on our socials. Make sure to subscribe on YouTube if you're watching on YouTube, please. It helps us out a lot. We just got to like 100, I think. We're just over 100 subscribers, so very big goal of ours was reached. And 83 episodes, 100 subs, not bad. That's over one sub per episode. Very good. But yeah, thanks everyone, and we'll be back.
See you in 2 weeks.